What a beautiful morning. Loading up some Cull sows. As you can see, these are basically rhinos. They're massive. So you're gonna put them in I've not fed them, so I can entice them into the trailer with feed. Wait! Oi, oi, oi! Wait! Entice them into the trailer with feed. Like that. And they're in. Sorry for the shaky video, but that was too much action. I couldn't mess around trying to hold a steady camera. But I've got them in, and they're gonna go to the shed, ready to be loaded tomorrow, to be turned into cured meats. Another group of culls being sorted. The reason they're called culls, C-U-L-S, is because they've reached the end of their sort of production cycle. Others aren't good mothers. Some, like the ones earlier, they're too big. Some of these ones here keep not holding pregnancy and returning. So farming is a business, you need to make money, and they're costing money not being pregnant. So salami it is, ladies. So yeah, I'll take these up to the shed, and then tomorrow they'll get loaded up to go onto the lorry. The sows are all loaded up. Well, 11 sows and 1 boar, and we're just waiting for a lorry that's going to take them to the abattoir. We'll just swap, so they'll go from this trailer to the lorry. That's to save the driver come to the farm, and also by security reasons, we'll try not to have lorries that have been on other farms onto our farm. Going in, girls.
You tell him, boy. Get on there, boy. Get on there. You. We're all go. We're all go. Get on there. Get on there, boy. Oi. Here we go. The pigs. Go on, Flav, you tell him. You tell him. Go on. Go on. Go on. We're on. All good. I can, yeah, beautiful.
You don't know how the gates work and you're messing around.
He's happy.
So now I was trying to explain why the animals are being culled whilst loading them, and yeah, the main reasons are age, loss of production, and then you've got size as well, because with some of the animals, like the huts we've got, the huts are fairly small. Although we're getting new ones or bigger ones, but yeah, when you got an animal that has sort of 16, 18 piglets, and the huts just fits them and about 12 or 13, because the huts are like 30 years old. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't bode well for the piglets. And I know some people could say, oh, why have you not bought new huts when you're in an industry where you're making a loss before you even left the farm most of the time, or breaking even? It's not easy to reinvest constantly. So whatever you've got, you try and make it last as long as it can. And it's not always about new kit. Like old tools and kit do the job just as well, so long as they're maintained properly. So yeah, we've got 11 sows going and a boar. The reason the boar's going is because I found out that he has a his piece his penis is right angled, so he can't reproduce. So I don't know when that happened, but it will explain why some of the sows have not been getting pregnant when he serves them. So unfortunately, he needs to have a working penis, and he doesn't. So he's gonna have to go and get into food chain. And the reason I said earlier that they're going to be salami is because in the UK we don't really have many abattoirs that process such large pigs, because some of those sows in there, after being gutted and dressed, they're probably over 200 kilos. We had one brought back to the shop that was 207. So that's quite a big animal. And if you look at the normal size of a pig carcass, is about 80 to 90 kilos. So you've got a plant that's geared to work with animals that are 90 kilos top, so even 100. So when you've got an animal that's double the size or triple the size some instances, and double the weight, you'd almost need a cattle line in an abattoir to be able to have sows. And if a pig abattoir is solely for pigs, it won't have sort of rails that are high enough. And also there's the processing of the sows, so they'd have to get skinned, because you probably wouldn't want to get crackling off sow skin because it's quite thick. And also they have to get trichinella tested. So all that adds cost to the processing, which a lot of people don't like doing. So most of the sows in this country, believe it or not, slaughtered, processed in this country, and then they're sent to Europe, mainly Germany, where they process them further into cured meats like your salamis, and then we buy it back. So the UK produces a bit of cured meats and charcuterie ourselves, but most of the charcuterie consumed in this country is bought in from Europe. So to me, it doesn't make sense as a farmer to sell a sow like these ones. This week's price is between 68 and 70p per kilo. I'll sell that off like that, and then let's say a few weeks time I go to supermarket to buy a box, or not a box, a packet of 400 grams of salami for £4 to £5. Why would I do that? So personally, and my fiance, we're hopefully are gonna start processing our own charcuterie and using up the old stock that almost sold at a throwaway price, 68p. I mean, when you buy a female animal to replace these ones, when we bought the gilt, or which is a maiden sow, to replace these 11 we're sending, you buy them at 250 quid or more, and then you're selling these at 68p per kilo. Yes, they've produced X number of litters, and they've sort of given you back the money. But my opinion is, if I've had an animal for that long, surely the least I can do is keep adding keep treating them with value till the end. So in the sense of charcuterie, you make a product you can sell for, I don't know, 40, 50 quid a kilo from an animal that would have essentially be sold for 80 quid. So yeah, for me, it's definitely something that's been a bugbear for me. The fact that we just send Cull sows to Europe at such a cheap price when we could process them in this country. But yeah, I'm looking forward to making salami out of our own animals. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work setting up and advertising and getting all that done. But if it means that the animals get treated with a bit more respect and there's value added to bring back money to the business, then why not?